Hello and welcome to Brunton in Germany. We are here at the global headquarters manufacturing facility of Kolbus, very specifically to talk about the brand new development, the Flexo rotary die cutter, the RD115S. I'm joined by two executives from Kolbus, and we will be looking at the hows and the whys of the development of this new machine. Marcus, thank you for joining us today. Obviously the audience will have some understanding of who Kolbus are. Maybe just give us a little bit of a background history to the development of this business.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, with pleasure. You know, we are here at our facility in Brunton. Little bit of a history. You know, this company was founded at this place, actually at this premises, and it goes back to 1775. And we are manufacturing machines for the graphic industry here since 1900. So there is a lot of history to this place. It's still a family-owned business. The family Kolbus is still the main shareholder of this company, which we are very proud of. And we are very excited about this project going into the corrugated market with our new superstar RD115S as a new alternative for people from the corrugated industry.
And Marcus, over the years, the company has acquired businesses from within the manufacturing sector. The first move came back in 2011, I believe, when you acquired Hycore, the business in North America. This then followed through with the acquisition of Autobox in 2019. So although you are a manufacturer that is well known in your own right, you're still a relatively new name in the industry. So why was it that you felt that a new Flexo rotary die cutter was what the industry needed?
Yeah, this is a nice story because everybody thinks that we are a new company for the corrugated industry, but actually we have taken over the company Hycore, a North American machine manufacturer for Flexo printing rotary die cutters. So we are relatively new for the Europe market, but we are well known in the North American market, and we have an experience of about 300 machines, rotary die cutter machines, and we saw the need to modernize that machine and also to give us the ability to sell this machine, which was purely for North America, now also into the Europe market. And therefore we have designed a dedicated Flexo printing rotary die cutter for inside and outside printing in one pass as a complete new design, everything from scratch, and everything is handled here in Germany under one roof. So this is a complete new approach. From the first beginning, we are handling this as a complete new product rather than modernizing an existing machine.
And there's one very important part that you mentioned there about the inside and the outside printing in one pass. If you look back, Hycore, I believe, were one of the first companies back in 2008 to put a top printing unit on a traditional Flexo rotary die cutter. Did you identify that as one of the key selling points of the machine when you designed from the ground up?
Exactly, Dan, and that was our idea, not just upgrading an existing technology with an inside printing. We decided to have it from the scratch, a dedicated machine to have this ability to print in and outside in one pass. So it's a from the basics design. It was dedicated for that business.
Mm-hmm. Greg, when we talk about Kolbus as an organization, you have a fantastic geographic coverage already. Tell us a little bit about the infrastructure that is Kolbus.
Okay, sure. Kolbus, as Marcus has already alluded to, has a long history of supplying machinery globally. And to support that, we have a global network of not only agencies but owned subsidiaries, which we're very proud of to have qualified technical people that are able to help our customers in their country with immediate response, and also as equally as important is the spare parts, which are held in those areas for immediate dispatch. So we believe as Kolbus that developing the machine, as Marcus has alluded to, is important to get the right technology, but equally important is supporting that technology, which we do globally.
Mm-hmm. Because as we've said earlier, Kolbus is still a relatively new name in the corrugated industry. It's this after-sales support, service, training, troubleshooting that for the industry who doesn't know you, this is a critical part of your business.
Absolutely, and it's anybody making this significant investment into their business will want to be comforted that they have support ongoing, not only online to the factory here in Germany to talk to the designers, which we all accept today is one way of providing service, but we also believe that the traditional method of providing service with people within those areas where customers are situated to provide instant response and communication in their own language with spare parts supply is absolutely paramount.
And Greg, if we now look at the early successes with this new machine, we understand that the first machine was installed at a leading integrated company in North America, quickly followed by 2 significant orders. What has the initial market reaction been to this machine?
So the initial market reaction has been positive. People have been pleased with the performance and reliability of the RD115. And you talk about our successes with these machines that have gone. And we had a very nice tour around the facility yesterday where you saw a completed system. And today, as we stand here, that's being dismantled and being made ready for dispatch. So we have an ongoing demand for that machine because of the positive responses. We now need to broaden that wider and make that available to our European customers.
Mm-hmm. Marcus, we know in the industry right now there are significant pressures on supply chains, whether it's for components, spare parts, raw materials, etc. Tell us a little bit about how Kolbus is able to develop these machines and build them in such a relatively fast time to market.
Yeah, with pleasure. It's the supply chain market is really putting a lot of pressure on us, and let's say is hesitating our normal day-to-day business, because every day we get some information about delayed components what we are ordering. But we have a big advantage, and that's because we have a very big production site here, and we do most of the parts what we are able to do ourselves, we do here under this roof, under this place. So to give it a name, you know, we have our own foundry, we have a cast iron side frames for the rotary die cutter. Having that all at one side is a strong advantage compared to people who are buying in parts and they are always related to the supply chain. So we do have this situation here that we are still able to deliver machines within this year.
Mm-hmm. And one of the aspects I noticed having looked at the machines on the shop floor and also at the customer test site, it's your integration with other industry well-known names. So for example, we're talking about the dryers, whether it's talking about the chambers. So you've partnered with some well-known names already.
Absolutely, you know, that was from the beginning was important for us to partner with these strategic companies who have a long history and proven technology. To name a few, you know, we are integrating JB dryers as a drying technology. We are able to integrate absolute chamber doctor blades out of carbon. So we do partner with these well-known companies, and this is just to give the choice to the customer, because that's their right, and if they want a different component, we are open for that. And that was always the philosophy of Kolbus, you know, giving the customer the choice and discussing it with him and customizing some systems, some solution machines exactly to the customer's needs.
Mm-hmm. Greg, when we're talking about a Flexo rotary die cutter, obviously we're all very aware that it's not just the machine. There's also got to be the consideration for the conveyors, the pre-feeders, the takeoff. Mm-hmm. So what work has Kolbus done to develop a machine that can effectively plug and play with any supplier?
That was a key issue for us when developing this machine. We want to ensure that we do not limit ourselves by only having a few selected ancillary equipment suppliers that we can work with or indeed connect the system to. So we have designed an RD rotary die cutter which can be linked to literally any pre or post printing and die cutting solution or conveyancing solution. So we have tried to be as flexible as we possibly can to give as much choice and therefore not restrict customers with their installation layouts.
Mm-hmm. And Greg, we have now in May the opportunity for Kolbus to open the doors and welcome visitors. So tell us a little bit about the open house and what people might be able to see.
So I'm very pleased to announce that we will be hosting an open house early in May, and information will be being sent to all of our customers and potential customers very soon. It's something that we've been planning for a very, very long time. Of course, due to the pandemic, this has been not possible, but we believe that come May, restrictions around the globe will be lessened to such a degree that we will be happy to host a safe event here in Brunton, primarily showing the rotary die cutter, but also showing a number of developments that we've made in the last 2 years that we've yet to show to the world. So very excited about that opportunity.
Mm-hmm. And within that, Greg, obviously the opportunity to showcase some of the Autobox equipment as well.
Of course, we are not going to limit this. So for all of the Kolbus group, we have the ability to show the Autobox systems, which have developed over the last 2 or 3 years. We'll show the RD, but we'll also show some of the other Kolbus equipment that has similarly been developed for rigid box manufacturing. So it will be a large melting pot of Kolbus global customers from various industry sectors that will be just a great event to see people at.
Wonderful. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much indeed for joining me today, talking about the development of the new RD115S. As Greg has alluded to, there will be an open house in May, so watch out for details on that. Thank you all for joining us.